I would like to start by asking a simple question to everyone. With a show of hands, can you all tell me if you all are familiar with the word entrepreneurship? Most of you all here, as expected, a very smart audience indeed. From the ones who have raised their hands, can someone quickly tell me what does entrepreneurship mean to them? Anyone? Smart audience? Yes.
Someone that's willing to take a risk.
Perfect. For me, entrepreneurship is about creating an impact. It doesn't matter how big or how small your business is, it needs to create an impact. Every one of us doesn't need to spend their time colonizing Mars or making electric self-driving vehicles. Even someone who is delivering cakes in an area at 12 o'clock where all shops close at 9 is creating an impact. Simply put, entrepreneurship, startups, we can say it's a dhanda at the end of the day. It's about creating a product, a service that people need, and in the process, make money. And that is what I'm trying to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Darpan Bendre. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Agrify Fresh, and alumni of Utpal Sangvi School. I've literally grown up on this stage since I was in my nursery to class 10th. So what I'm going to share today is my journey of being a student entrepreneur and how life has been since and what things have followed. What I'm going to talk about is not something you all will find on YouTube or these Instagram reels that have been going around or even quotes from a book. This is my story, and there is something that I have learned in each part of it. My degree officially says that I am a computer engineer. But as they say that engineers are good at everything apart from engineering, so this is my case too. I started my entrepreneurial journey in the first year of my engineering with my childhood friend, and he's sitting right there with me. And what we thought about was we'll start selling t-shirts online through Instagram, Facebook. We started personalizing jerseys for college clubs, committees, and all those kind of things. At that point of time, entrepreneurship as a word wasn't much talked about. We didn't want to be big billionaires or make $1 billion startup. We just wanted to escape from our studies. And that's how I started it. Within a year we were doing it, we just started to feel that we're not creating something that people won't be able to live without. And that's where the term impact came to my mind. Entrepreneurship or any business needs to be about creating an impact. Coincidentally, in my engineering college, I had started to work with a non-profit called as Enactus. What we were trying to do there was empower marginalized farmers by getting their produce to cities, selling them through farmers markets, and making sure that their incomes rise. We did this for about a year when those groups of farmers we were working with approached my then project head and now co-founder Urvish that we should do something which helps them on a daily basis. It wasn't possible working in a social project. We were in our rigorous course of engineering, but we felt that this is the time to jump. This is the time to do this, and we started because we were people in need. Now, we started as an organic B2B company in which we were supplying to small restaurants mainly to make sure that the unit economics make sense. We are doing this since May 2019, and in March 2020, as we all know, the entire world was fighting with the COVID-19 pandemic. For us, we were supplying to restaurants and our main clients were now shut. We felt that, fine, this has been a good ride. Probably there's nothing much that we can now do. We can't even go out of our homes. What can we exactly do? But our farmers with whom we were working with, they were now used to getting good returns. Instead of going to mandis, they were selling to us, through which we were in turn selling to customers. So the entire chain was set in place. They didn't want to go back to mandis. And at the same time, if you all will remember, at that point of time when the national lockdown was announced, there were no slots available on a Big Basket or a Grofers or any other online players. People were in a state of panic. We said, probably we have an opportunity here to help both these sets of people. That's when we thought about doing a B2C business. We said that, okay, we've got farmers, we've got customers, we'll just try it out by sending a WhatsApp message. I did that by sending a WhatsApp message from my own personal number in a broadcast list, and that message got viral. We had expected 500 orders. That's the number. 500 orders is all that we had expected. But what followed was we were sitting on top of nearly 50,000 orders within the span of a few hours. There are about 10,000 unread chats on it and countless missed calls and whatnot. It was a crazy period. We were actually scared because being prepared for 500 and now we have to cater to 50,000 people and the entire demand of money. We were getting calls from local MLAs, from Commissioner of Thane. I remember we had received a call saying that, are you all going to deliver? That was the state at that point of time. An article was published in Better India even before we delivered our first box of pre-packed vegetables. We got into action mode. We decided that this is something that we have to do. There's a reason why this message has gone viral and we need to act on it. We started doing video calls with our farmers back in Nashik, Kolhapur, these regions to make sure that they know how to pack these boxes. Now these were used to sending 10 tons of okra or onions. We had to teach them to pack 500 grams. So probably before all corporates starting Zoom meetings and video meetings, probably we were the first ones to do it when the entire country was figuring out what to eat. What followed was that we set up a massive operation of 8 to 10 tempos. We got a lot of delivery boys because at that point, if you remember that people were even scared to get out of their homes. People thought that COVID ho gaya, matlab, that's that. But we had to make sure that we had to cater to the demands of people because we were getting calls from UK, US, parents who were saying that, people are saying that their parents are alone at home, they can't get out, you all need to do something. And we said yes. This is something we have to do. We got out of our homes. For the initial few months, we were doing a few deliveries ourselves. We were out there on the streets each and every day to make sure that we catered to the entire demand. So we were working out of a 300 square feet warehouse in Andheri East. So to just give context, it was probably smaller than this stage. And we were catering to the demands of the entire city. And that was our beginning. That's how it all ignited. What followed was that, yes, we ended up raising a pre-seed round from a group of angel investors. What I learned from this entire scenario was that luck definitely favors the brave. You have to take risks and give your everything without worrying about results. Results need to be secondary. If we wouldn't have firstly taken the risk of changing our business model, second, taking the leap of faith that we can do this task which is in front of us, and third, shown the courage to even get out of our homes, I wouldn't have been standing here today. It would have just been that one story of 1 year you did a business and that's it. Now you're back to engineering. So now we just raised some funding. We were looking to be on an upward trajectory, but it also coincided with the COVID-19 wave going down. So the cases were reducing, the lockdown restrictions were lifting, and now we were facing and competing with these huge giants, venture capital backed giants like Big Basket, Grofers, all other modern retailers, Frazo, Dunzo and whatnot. But as enthusiastic entrepreneurs, we said, the world is a canvas. We can do anything that's there. We went on a complete aggressive mode. We had Google, Facebook, Instagram ads. We had offline channels. We had hoardings set up near the Western Express Highway. It's very expensive. We didn't think about these things. We just kept on going. What that resulted in was that we had nearly burnt everything that we had raised within the span of a few months. Now, from nearly closing down our business to doing well, to raising a round of funding, and then nearly again shutting down within the span of a year. We felt like idiots, fools, failures. How could we do this? We had the entire world to our feet. We could have done anything possible, but here within the span of a few months, we are staring at closing down. Going back wasn't an option, because here proudly, we were entering our 4th year of engineering. We had said proudly to our placement cell that no, we're out of placements. We are now entrepreneurs, startup founders and all. So we had closed that door down. We told our parents we're not going to do a CAT or a GRE GMAT. Ye sab kaun karta hai? Those kind of things. We had said all those things, and here we are staring at closing our business. There were investors who were probably watching this through the YouTube live stream as I have sent them the link. They were wondering that what is it that you all were doing? And we didn't have an answer. there was just one glimmer of hope. During our B2C days, we had also started delivering B2B to a modern retail chain which is owned by Tata's, that is Star Bazaar. They had given their vendors an opportunity to do some contract farming, grow some complex articles in different conditions, maintain the supply chain, and a lot of technical jargon that we didn't have a clue about. We saw that this is the only opportunity. We said that even if this is the last thing that we do as Agrify, we want to do it, we want to do this contract, because we want to wear it as a badge of honor, that we've done something big for a Tata company. We got in some advisors, we got in people who could tell us what needs to be done, and we ended up doing it. And we ended up doing pretty well. That same task, that same contract gave shape to the current business model that we are working on, the same model that helped us generate a profit that has now made us suppliers to all major modern retailers, be it Big Basket, Swiggy, Star, Reliance, you name them and we are there. And hotel chains like Taj, Oberoi's, these guys. It made sure that we sustained, and it made sure that we survived and we found the right thing and the right thing to do. So today, our business model basically focuses around procuring best unique articles which is grown pan-India by our farmers, packing them, sorting, grading, making sure that global standards are followed, and selling them in all these modern retail chains with an eye of making Agrify Fresh a global brand which Indians can be proud about when they see our produce in a Walmart or a Costco or a Tesco in the UK or the US. That is our goal. What I learned from this entire scenario was that nothing is permanent. Change is the only constant. So not the highs, not the lows. Nothing at all is permanent. Change is the only constant. We need to take nothing for granted. That's the most important thing. Taking nothing for granted, and we need to adapt, and that too fast. So only the businesses and the startups who are comfortable with change and are comfortable with adapting to change will be the ones that are really successful. Agrify and me, personally, we're not that successful yet, because that is what entrepreneurship is about. Sky is the limit, sky, space, Mars, galaxies. The limit is not defined. So I still don't define myself as success, and there's a long way still to go. But any one of you here who wants to take up entrepreneurship needs to forget about all the reasons why they shouldn't and focus on that one singular reason, that one passion why you should take it up. Age, you're all young. We are still young. I'm 23 right now. You all are young, 18, 20, whatever it is. Age is on your side. I believe that age should never be a limiting factor. It always needs to be an enabler. If you're 18, you've got nothing to lose. If you're 40, you've got so much experience that probably you won't lose. But that doesn't mean that every one of us here needs to take up entrepreneurship. It's not about having cool LinkedIn bios, founder, CEO, putting reels, saying that I hustle for 26 hours a day. No, it's not about all those things. The things that are not seen is the struggle, is the mental pressure, is the stress that you all go through to make sure that you are delivering on what you've promised to so many people, to investors, to your customers, to suppliers, everything. Only if you're ready to fall, get back up, and then probably fall again every single day, only then entrepreneurship is for you. There is one thing that's very important, apart from everything that has been said, is that you have to never stop believing in yourself, because that is one thing that no one, how many of our TED Talks you'll attend, nothing. No one can teach you to believe in yourself, so believing that you can do anything is the most important thing. People, when I started, used to call me a sabzi wala. My friends let it know, you will sabzi wala. I used to think that, okay, but today I say, haq se hu, करोड़ों की सब्जी बेचता हूँ, 20 लोग का घर चलाता हूँ, and I'm sure that not a lot of 23-year-olds can say about, this is something they can say about themselves. So, but it has come at a sacrifice. I started my entrepreneurial journey when I was 18. Today I'm 23. Last 5 years I've not lived the life of a normal 18 to 23-year-old. There have been things, there have been moments where we had considered shutting down. My co-founder Urvesh is back there. He knows that the number of times we have decided to shut down, close our startup and go back to we don't know what. But For some reason or the other, we always believe that what we are trying to do, the legacy that we are trying to leave behind, is not something that will be achieved by taking a path that everyone else is taking. It won't be achieved by getting bogged down after seeing a friend get a package worth millions, or someone going to the US, UK, everything, living or chasing that American dream. You know that it won't give us the satisfaction that we want right now. Entrepreneurship, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, is about trying. It's about keeping on trying, taking trials. It's about being graceful in failures or tribulations. It's about being humble in successes or triumphs. The Tatas, the Googles, the Amazons, the Facebooks, they aren't what they are because of privileged founders or unlimited funding. They're there because someone there believed and dared to dream. And that is what made a Tata, or a Facebook, or a WhatsApp, or a WhatsApp. I truly believe that if we as Indians put our best minds to it, this decade will surely belong to India. But we have to keep trying and keep trying. Remember that the first flight by the Wright brothers only lasted for about 12 seconds. Today, the longest flight between Singapore and JFK is 18 hours, 40 minutes, 67,200 seconds. So if we keep on trying, if we keep at it and repeating this cycle again and again and again, we will be really successful. That's all from my side, guys. Thank you so much.